at this moment, again with a lot of Gen Zs, but hard for me to relate to them as well. Maybe that's why, and that's how I picked up on things that were not related to my generation. And by the time I went out to my generation, it was hard for me to, I think काफ़ी चीज़ें हैं that I do pick up with the Gen Z. Certain बहुत use करते हैं. For instance, if I am quoting someone else, I'll be like. So this particular word I think is very Gen Z, and I think I picked up on that. These abbreviations that people use, the LOL and the LOML or I don't know what else. मुझे आज तक उनके meanings नहीं समझ आते. Gen Z and Alpha would have a good fight, I think, because they would both be very expressive. Now people would start loving Dostoevsky. People would not get what he's writing. उसकी lengthy scripts कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा. People would read White Knights and would be like, wow, it's so good क्योंकि it's Dostoevsky, and people would start quoting him. It's sort of misquoted, and I don't get that either. मुझे कभी-कभी गुस्सा भी आता है.
Hello, Cocktail. How are you, everyone? I am Shiza, and I have Mariam with me. Mariam जो है, she's a Gen Z. So Gen Z होने के साथ साथ she's not so much of a Gen Z as well. So I can sort of relate to her in so many ways, because I sometimes feel कि Mariam जो है ना, she है ये Gen Z, but she does not belong in the Gen Z. And that's very problematic for me sometimes to even process that. Hello, Mariam, welcome, and how are you?
Thank you for having me here. I'm well. Just trying to settle into this new city at this moment. Again with a lot of Gen Zs, but hard for me to relate to them as well. So
ऐसा क्यों है, Mariam? ऐसा क्यों है? I mean, are you old soul or what is it? What is it?
again, I think ये जो old soul वाली definition, and that's also very Gen Z. That the moment you start feeling relatable to other people, you start saying that you're an old soul. So I don't know, but the thing is, maybe I've grown up around people who were much older than me. So maybe that's why, and that's how I picked up on things that were not related to my generation. And by the time I went out to my generation, it was hard for me to, talk to them on certain topics.
No. Let's take it one by one. मुझे बताओ, how do you say कि you've grown up with your peers as well ना? मतलब स्कूल जाती थी, कोई तुम्हारे दोस्त होंगे, तुम्हारी एज के थे ना वो लोग, तो वो कैसा था? How was that?
So I think most of the people that I was really close to, जो मेरे बहुत अच्छे दोस्त थे स्कूल में भी, उनके बड़े बहन भाई थे उनसे. So they had, millennials around them. और उनके taste would match up with mine, and because of that, we would get along instead of like the rest of the class. Because we would have listened to the same kind of music, we would listen to the same kind of other podcasts or stuff like that. या हम लोग का film taste same था. We were into certain type of films, certain type of books, and because of that, I think वो हम लोग का एक group थोड़ा सा stand out करता था या अलग था बीच में से. We were the odd ones out, I think.
I just want to understand कि आप लोग जो हो, I mean, how do you live in a Gen Z world when you're not so Gen Z yourself? But I think that's also an understatement somehow. What do you think?
I think काफ़ी चीज़ें हैं that I do pick up with the Gen Z. जैसे for example, I think when we talk a lot, and specifically when we talk in English now, हम वो slang certain बहुत use करते हैं. For instance, if I am quoting someone else, I'll be like. So this particular word I think is very Gen Z, and I think I picked up on that. Even though
no. You need to
so I think okay.
No.
Okay. So I think again I'm picking up the wrong things. मेरे लिए वो boundary distinct करना भी is a problem. Who is a millennial and who is a Gen Z? But I think a lot of the terms that they use, I have to get my head around it. बल्कि I think that would be a very millennial thing. But these abbreviations that people use, the LOL and the LOML or I don't know what else, मुझे आज तक उनके meanings नहीं समझ आते. I have to search for them every single time. What does an abbreviation mean?
They keep on evolving. ऐसा नहीं है, they're not stagnant, right? So मतलब कि अब तो मतलब इतनी ज़्यादा बात आगे चली गई है, FOMO, YOLO. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what anything means.
It was typically a millennial vocabulary जिसको जो आपके Gen Z ने they worked very hard on it, dedication के साथ उन्होंने उसके ऊपर काम किया, and now we have this very
Yeah, I think with millennials it was using a lot of X instead of the Z's. वो थोड़ी chatting style was more like that. With the Gen Z, I think they've literally lost words. And matlab, letters, alphabets are gone. It's just like sounds that I often see in texts.
Yeah, that's true. But even if, I mean, अब जो अल्फा है आपकी generation, उसके आप देखिए, you cannot even relate to them. You cannot even understand what they are trying to say, because they're literally just talking in these
These code words,
silly
this
words.
this other language that they've created, yes.
Yes, and it's so universal, but I don't get the hang of it. I mean, some skibbity stuff, and I don't know. I mean, that just keeps on, sus and whatnot. I mean, थोड़ा सा तो समझ लगती है, लेकिन उसके बाद जाके there's a brain freeze and it goes like, no, by no, I just cannot
And I
handle this.
think that they also come up with a word to define everything and every emotion as well. Jahan pe they have this thing na to be more vocal about their emotions, they put up a tag to that as well. Matlab, if you talk
I
about,
mean,
let's say, fashion.
you're right. How do you feel about that? How do you, as a Gen Z, feel about that, or how do your peers around you feel on that? Because मुझे ये लगता है, being very old school here, मुझे लगता है कि not every emotion is supposed to be validated, not every emotion is supposed to be articulated and thought about and so on. How do you guys? I mean, because you're just right there, na? So how do you do that? How do you deal with that?
I sometimes do get annoyed with that as well. Because, not everyone is the same. Not everyone is very expressive in terms of, their emotions or how they're feeling. Some people want their own space to process things, to process emotions, even if they're good emotions. कुछ
Hmm.
लोगों को time लगता है. But this thing to force that upon everyone, matlab, again, these terms that come up with it, that I'm feeling this way because of this, I'm feeling that way because of that. मतलब आप खुद ही अपने वो बन जाते हो, you what do you call it, your own psychologist and your own therapist, and you have your own diagnosis and an entire prescription to your own self. I don't get that often, and it sometimes makes me angry as well, but I try to like dial it down and then.
Mariam, you know what? अच्छा, so this is like a turning point, because आपकी जो generation alpha है ना, इस time वो 14 साल की हो चुकी हुई है, ठीक है? So now this is the time when they are going to tell you in just like a couple of, I mean, कि 18 साल के जब ये हो जाएंगे, they're the ones who are going to enter the university, and they're the ones who are going to tell you कि you are an older generation. So like you guys put us down ना, oh, ये तो millennials है. So now they're going to be, in just like couple of years, it's going to be your turn. But the thing is कि अभी ना the torch bearer जो है इस वक्त जो है वो Gen Z ही है, और अगले कुछ चंद सालों की बस बात है, and then that's it. लेकिन I think the जो अल्फा है वो बहुत rapidly catch on कर रही है, and they're more expressive. They are more you can say, I don't know, जिसको आप कहते हैं ना, जो जिसके आप कहते हैं, जिसको आप कहते हो लेबलिंग वाली बात है, they're more of that. एंड सेल्फ अवेयरनेस जो है ना उनके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा है. बट द थिंग इज कि this gap that you guys have to fill with other ones. अच्छा, because when things were coming around, तो हम लोग को यू सी हर जनरेशन को पिछली जनरेशन से थोड़ा सा वो करना पड़ता है. there has to be a bridge. They cope up with each other, right? So we dealt with the boomers, right? So उसके बाद जो है and then we had to deal with the Gen Z. Very problematic, very problematic, I must say. मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा exposure हुआ इनके साथ. And then when you I mean, but I don't know how prepared is you see, because very soon the torch is going to be passed on. So I don't know, how do you feel ke how are people going to cope up with that being called old?
I think when it comes to millennials and boomers now, there was a lot of gap in terms of a lot of things. And this is just my reading, I'm not sure if that would be true. But the fact that अगर आप सिर्फ example technology की ही ले लें, technology grew really fast in that time. And in this short span of time, in 10-20 years, technology just shifted right away. So the gap was a lot. Boomers still struggle a lot with the technological things. Millennials, Gen Z and alphas, इनमें वो वाला difference कम है. So when it comes to, again, owning things or owning these labels and owning these titles, Gen Z and Alpha would have a good fight, I think, because they would both be very expressive.
No, but you see that, okay, so I am a millennial, I am going to advocate for them. We see the birth of these things. we are the, you can say, MIRC जब बना, हम MIRC पे थे, right? So ये जो LOL है और ये जो सब टर्मिनोलॉजी है, ये हमने बनती हुई देखी, एंड वी यू नो, सो ASL, मतलब यू नो ये जो चीजें थी, ASL was like the first kind of a thing that we talked about. Nobody does ASL anymore, but you see, so we always take this pride कि oh we saw the cassette to मतलब कि CD से USB
DVD and then to yeah.
we got all those shifts and we understand and the dial-up से हम किस तरह से अब जो है फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स के ऊपर, वाईफाई के ऊपर हम मूव कर गए. we all understand that, we take credit for that.
Okay.
What do the Gen Zs take credit for? That is my question.
I think everything that you've done, we'll take credit for that. Because again, I would say कि जो technological gap है between these three generation, it's quite narrow. क्योंकि it's easier for you to learn new things क्योंकि you've seen that shift, right? And it's easier for my generation to learn that because we've also seen certain shifts. हमारी growth, I think, technological is rather slow. We started off from CDs and then USBs. You have seen, you know, जो tapes थी and all as well. Well, I have been there. I have seen all of those things, but most of the people haven't. You know, MP3s or iPods. iPod का पता होगा, but MP3s, I don't think so. A lot of people won't know about that. So alphas would be someone who would struggle with, you know, जो बीच में जो bridge है between the boomers and the alphas. I think these are the two generations in between that can, you know, relate to both of them, one or the other way.
That is true because they're in total isolation, na? So it's very difficult for them to understand this and कि वो उनको होता है कि टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ कैसे बगैर भी गुजारा हो सकता है. दूसरों को लगता है वो टेक्नोलॉजी के बगैर तो हमारा गुजारा नहीं हो सकता. एंड so but my question here again comes back to how do you, in this age of social media, how do you still navigate being a Gen Z and still not being so much of a Gen Z because you're not a typical Gen Z.
I know, and that's quite a struggle, honestly. Since I've been here, and
Give
COVID,
us
most of the
why
universities have shifted to most of the universities have shifted to like everything is online. I have to do courses online. I have to do registration online. There are certain apps that I have to download for the university. Or welcome week का अलग app है मेरा student app अलग है, and I am struggling. I swear to God, I am struggling so much because I'm someone who does not know anything about technology. I'm a very, very boomer person when it comes to that. In fact, I was setting up my Amazon here and I couldn't do that myself. I had to ask my friend to help me. And that is, I think, the worst thing a Gen Z can do. But apparently, that is the case with me. So I don't know but it's a good thing as well.
But
Because
you're
then
so
again,
right. You're a boomer. You're not even a millennial. Because
I'm not.
I even as a millennial, I don't get hang-ups with, you know, these kinds of things. I do registrations online and stuff, and it works pretty well for me. I mean,
I can't do that.
I mean, so there's one thing that has never worked out for me, and that's Snapchat. मुझे जिंदगी में उसकी वजह नहीं समझ आई कि why am I doing this?
Okay, so then again, I would be a Gen Z when it comes to that. I am a very good Snapchat user because I do put up snaps all the time. But then again, when a new update comes up, I'm lost. But the main idea of it is to send snaps to your friends of whatever you're doing, and that I do that. So I think it's a good thing that I've been.
Instagram does that. Now, why do you need Snapchat for that? I mean, I don't get the
So
point
for-
of Snapchat.
so basically for Instagram, you're putting up a story or you're sending anything to your friend in a chat. With Snapchat, you just have to send a few people certain things that you want to share with. It's a very private space, I think, when it comes to that. At least that's how I see it. So let's say okay, there's something that I don't want to share with everyone on Instagram. I would rather go on Snapchat and click a picture of a certain place that I'm in and then send it
Don't
to
add
a few
those
of my
people
friends.
then. Don't add those people then. How about
No, I think with Instagram and LinkedIn, you literally put up everyone now. Instagram is the new
But yeah,
Facebook, right?
you know what? This is again a very Gen Z concept कि हमारे पास लाखों लोग होंगे और हमने अपनी life को project करना है in a certain way. That is a very Gen Z concept. I'm not saying millennials don't do that, but it's something that millennials have caught up to. it started off with Gen Zs.
It did, but then again, you know my Instagram. I have a very few people on Instagram as well, but I'm
You have
someone
like
who's very private
multiple
with my things.
Instagrams. Come on, Mariam.
I have two, and the only reason I have to the only reason I have to is because of my friends. Because on one of the Instagram, I share posts of my friends, and because they are private in their life, so I keep that private. And the other, I have all of my friends there. So because of that, I have two pages. I initially did not even want to have an Instagram. I was forced to have an Instagram because I was a crazy football fan, and I was just following, a football a club. That's it. I had a fan club made and I had friends there. But my friends forced me to make my own Instagram. So वो भी एक थोड़ा boomer और millennial वाला issue था.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Lekin having multiple accounts, I'm not saying किसी और you see किसी और organization का आपने रखा हुआ account, this is a very separate thing, but अपने दो account होना, this is something very, you have pulled a Gen Z, भाई,
Yeah. I think I'm learning now. I think there should be a label for people like me as well now. I should ask some Gen Z friends to do that. कि एक label बनाओ of a generation that's in the middle and learning from all the sides.
I think there is a label for that as well. No, I'm wrong. There's a label between millennials and boomers. That's called Gen Y, I guess. Or it's the other way. I don't know. But there's all of this stuff. Gen as well. So yes, there's something like that definitely. लेकिन ये कि last थोड़ा सा wind up करने की तरफ चलते हैं. मुझे बताओ, how do you navigate the world, and what are the strange things जिससे as a Gen Z you're supposed to relate but you just cannot relate?
I think the best thing that comes to my mind is music. I don't get the music that they are listening to now. And then also, most of the times when I'm using like public transport and
Give me an example.
For music?
Yeah.
Let's talk about India, Pakistan. The sort of music that they're producing, जो mass production में चल रहा है आजकल, like that Punjabi hip hop pop is like really famous, and I don't get it because I do listen to a few of those songs. Some of them are really good, but I just think it's the same beat, it's the same song, it's the same script that is being repeated and given to you in multiple forms. So it isn't something unique, I would say. तो मुझे उसकी समझ नहीं आती है. I mean, I see, boys and girls putting up those songs.
How do you feel about Taylor Swift?
Okay, please don't kill me. I would say that. Please don't kill me. I don't want the world to kill me. I've never listened to her.
No, that is
I have never.
So not what a Gen Z does. See, Gen Z, so they're all about
I have never. I know. The thing is, I went to Victoria and Albert. I was roaming about and I saw, I love Raphael basically. So there was an exhibition of Raphael. So I went to that room. It's called Raphael and Cartoons. And everyone was standing at a corner. And I was like, oh, is there something special? And I went there to see what that was that had everyone's attention. कि लोग Raphael को छोड़ के कुछ और देख रहे हैं. वो Taylor Swift के costumes थे from the concerts that she's been doing. And people left the room to go to a corner, left all those big paintings. I mean, they captured our attention one way or the other because they're so huge. आप वही देख लेते रुके. But everyone went there and were taking pictures, and I was like, what is this? And it was just, I think, a costume that she wears. So the thing is, when I was young, I think One Direction was really popular. Taylor Swift got a lot of fame at that age. When I was in my school years, I downloaded an album. I think it was called Red by Taylor Swift on my iPod, and I was going to listen to it, but I did not. And it's still in my iPod, and I haven't listened to it yet.
They will kill you. I'm telling you, they will find you, they will hunt you down, and they will kill you.
This, I think I would relate to Liam Neeson now. The thing is, again, my brain works in a very weird way. But yes, I have never listened to Taylor Swift, never listened to One Direction. I think because of, again, social media, now they put up songs on Reels, right? So I've listened to a few songs through there. Matlab, kabhi shayad, if someone tells me that this is Taylor Swift, I would know, I've listened to this on Reel or something. But other than that, I have never listened to
What else?
any of
What
these.
else?
I
Just
think
what
this
is
this
feeling?
idea of I the idea of fashion, I think there's this label again called old money. I don't get that. I don't get that. It's just called good suiting or dressing up. That's it. It's not old money. It's just like dressing up. That's it. But people would label that as old money, and I don't get that.
Why do they do that? But tell us.
I love
Walk
dressing
us
up.
through.
But this label doesn't make sense to me. I mean, anyone can dress up in a nicer way if they're going to a certain event or if they want to dress up, right? But ye label de dena usko old money is something that I don't get.
But
Why
you
would you
dress
call
up
that?
old school, Mariam.
I do, but old money, why would I label it as old money is something that I don't get. The labeling part I don't get. Dressing up I'm all for. And then I think another thing I don't get is the concept of book talks. So how a book gets famous right away through social media, and everyone would start reading it, even if it's a very very bad script.
Really?
And I'm
I
sorry if
don't
any
know
Harry
this.
Potter.
This I'm not caught on to at all. Enlighten
So
me.
so in so TikToks pay you have accounts of people who give book reviews. So those are called book talks. There's Bookstagram, there's BookTube, there's book talks. So let's say for example, सबसे famous अभी recently was Sally Rooney has gotten a lot of fame through that, I think. And then It Ends With Us. I hate that novel again. There's a film out there as well, and a lot of people have mixed reaction to that script. But it got famous only because of that. It got
Hmm.
famous because of you know social media. It wasn't famous when it was released, and people would start reading anything. It's like sheep's or a herd. जिस तरफ आप
Mhm.
बकरियों को चराओगे सब उसी तरफ
Ah,
चले जाएंगे. That I don't get. People have different tastes. Now people would start loving Dostoevsky. People would not get what he's writing. उसकी lengthy scripts कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा. People would read White Knights and would be like, wow, it's so good क्योंकि it's Dostoevsky, and people would start quoting him. And because वो एक quote out of context कहीं पे पढ़ा है आपने. It's not the entire book. You don't know why
ah,
the character said something. So it's sort of misquoted, and I don't get that either. मुझे कभी कभी गुस्सा भी बहुत आता है उस पे.
ah.
But I think then again, but I think it's a good thing as well. उसकी bright side ये है कि people have started reading a lot, and I think that is something that I really like. Okay, some people they might get something out of it
But they
in a
read
good
out
way
of
as well.
context, and you're right. They read everything out of
Yes.
context. And the Gen Zs, they also have a problem with being, too sentimental and too emotional when it comes to their feelings. And they feel, oh, because I'm going through a heartbreak, so this is stuff is for me, and it just so much talks to me and resonates with me. I think that's too problematic on so many
I
levels.
think I think now that I think about it, just say the modern writers, the modernists say, because they were living through world wars,
Hmm.
um, their writing was completely different to postmodernists or people before them, right? हमारी generation maybe there is a problem with this thing. Whether it's some sort of like a political thing, whether it's some sort of this exposure through the social lens, but we also have a certain problem going on within us that we want to see in the world outside. और उसकी वजह से we would always pick up emotionally driven scripts. Films हो जाएं,
That's
songs हो जाएं, anything about a breakup, anything about pain, we would be like, wow, this is such an artistic thing. हम
ah.
किसी कॉमेडी को हम वी आर नॉट गोइंग टुवर्ड्स कॉमेडी, वी आर गोइंग टुवर्ड्स ट्रेजेडी कंप्लीटली. एंड आई थिंक वो भी एक कुछ जनरेशनल इशू है.
That is true. That is true. You see, you guys seek trauma. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कभी कभी.
I
So
think this is a word that has been so common in my generation. Trauma and then depression, and every single person has that. Matlab, it's a sad thing. You're born with trauma and depression. In fact, my father, even though he's a boomer, he misquotes this word depression so much that I often have like I have to sit him down and tell him, depression is a clinically diagnosed thing. We can't just say that we have that. So even if I'm say that I'm feeling low, he's like, "तुम्हें depression तो नहीं हो रहा?" And I'm like, "No, that's not the definition of depression." But yes, I think that's also his
very,
boom.
very. I don't know. Mental health.
Yes,
God.
I think that is a very serious thing to talk about. But then again, इसको भी misquote इतना किया जाता है
इतना ज्यादा,
that
इतना
you get
ज्यादा.
lost. You get
Yes,
lost.
yes, that's true. I mean, I'm not saying mental health is not an issue, but अपनी mental health से मेरी mental health ना खराब करो ना. मतलब what is wrong?
Actually, that is a very Gen Z thing to say.
No,
You just did
all the time,
very
all the time, all the time. So मतलब इतना ज़्यादा एक point पे Gen Zs ले आते हैं कि you start losing your mental health and mental
yeah,
peace
you're doing
because
it.
of these people. So very difficult to deal with. Thank you so much, Mariam. इसी के साथ हम wind up करेंगे. If there is anyone out there जिसको लगता है कि they do not fit into their generation, कोई उनको trauma चल रहा है या कुछ इस किस्म का misfitting किस्म का उनका you know कोई behavioral issues है उनके, so do write to us and let us know what you think. इसी के साथ हमें इजाजत दीजिएगा. Thank you so much, Mariam, for joining us. Allah.
Thank you for having me. Allah Hafiz.